What up, people? I'm back again, Dr. Dominique Stevens, aka the scientist who lived, with another Confessions of a Black Scientist. And this week, I don't know what inspired this topic, but it came to me. Actually, another episode reminded me to talk about this, and we're going to get into something I'm very familiar with: trauma, but not just any kind of trauma. We're going to talk about scientific trauma. It's a special kind of brew of its own trauma that we all as scientists go through. So if you've been following me along, and watching old videos, you've known I've had my fair share of scientific trauma. So for me, if you don't know, if you're just tuning in for the first time, coming out of undergrad, doing scientific research there, and not being able to get into any, getting accepted to any programs to get my PhD. Ended up getting into one program down at Georgia State University for my master's, but as a probationary basis or whatever. And so what ended up happening down there after a year and a half, 2 years, I was ultimately pushed out and blackballed from the department after a professor who I was TAing for called me a racial slur, and then started going off and telling people how terrible of a person I was. And then my who I was doing research on, my PI, ultimately agreed with her, called me an asshole, called me this, called me that. It was a crazy time, and then a whole bunch of other racist stuff happened while I was there. But I've had my fair share of trauma, and scientific trauma is like no other because I know where I got this because I was talking to a friend of mine, and she was going to a school and they made her feel like she was inferior, like made her feel like she was dumb, and it really pissed me off. One, because she was a black woman, and I was just like, yo, and I'm all about protecting our black queens, but like it really got under my skin because I was like, yo, listen, fuck what they think. You know, you deserve to be there. I told her, I was like, look, you smarter than me, you deserve to be there. If they made you feel that way, fuck them. They don't know what they're missing out on. Um, and I think that's a reoccurring theme in science is that we always make people feel like, oh, you're dumber than me, and or we have to be the smartest person in the room or some shit like that. And honestly, man, it doesn't have to be like that. And it's honestly like there's always like for me, wherever I approach lifting or I approach science, there's someone always stronger than me. There's someone always smarter than me. But guess what? I am the hardest working person in the room, and that's how I operate in these spaces. But getting back on track, the scientific trauma that people go through, or that PIs or other people in the lab put you through, is messed up. And how I got through it really was talking it out. Because a lot of people like to keep things in. I haven't gotten a therapist yet. It's been hard to find one because I want to find a specific one, a specific like black therapist who can really help me work through my racial trauma. Because I'm still, like, to be honest, if I'm going to be honest, it's a confession. I'm still like definitely afraid of white people, and not afraid of white people, afraid of what they can do, especially in the scientific community. I'm afraid of the things that they have power over, and the fact that once one white person get mad at you or one white person dislike you, and that's it. And that, in my mind, that's how it is, and it shouldn't be like that. But I'm always on my toes. I'm always like, hey, you know. So that's trauma that I have to work through because of my past experiences. So but I always have that one person that I can go to, that I can talk these things out with, and that's really helped me along. Whether it's talking it out, journaling, making videos like these, this is kind of a part of, therapy for me. Just talking it out with you guys, you know. And my getting through my trauma is really helping me grow as a person, because I don't just see people as, well, you're racist until proven otherwise, and it's hard, especially in this current climate, it's hard not to think that. But it's always not true. So I know we all go through trauma. I know everybody's trauma is different, but I am here to say that you are not alone. I'm here, right here with you. I've been through some fucked up shit, and there's a light at the end of the tunnel. We'll all make it through this. You just got to keep pushing. You got to keep working hard. You got to drown out the noise and keep pushing forward. I know it's hard. Trust me, I'm not saying that's going to be easy. I know it's hard, but I know you're strong. I know you can get through this. So that's all I want to talk about today. That's all the time I have. I'll see you guys on another episode of Confessions of a Black Scientist. Peace.